to the ESL Pro League Season 22 Asia Close Qualifier. Josh here. We got some very good news because we are back and we've got the game ready to go right now. Run back to your screens. I know half of you are having dinner. Run back. If you know you've got a wireless headset too, get back here. And I'm joined with Wix.
Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Yep.
Great to be finally underway, and well, what a way to start it. Hooligan being just that. Rage taken out. But they still have a decent amount of banana control here. Flashbang come through. Hooligan trying to answer back. Randy there to help him out as well. As Miami gets sent into the water. As Hooligan continuing to shoot with the Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to say these dualies. There's a duality of the dualies, basically. It's either you fire 30 bullets and miss every shot, or you fire 5 bullets and hit every shot. And Hooligan was the latter.
You either have aimbot with those, or, you know, the bullets are southern poled and so's the enemy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like they just go opposite directions.
Exactly. There's a few clips. There's a clip, I think it was Nanosaphics or another person spraying 30 bullets and missing every shot. No, it's actually a Danish player. And you have Olga in the impact scene doing the same thing. It's just like the duality of dualies. You either hit every shot or you miss every shot.
I mean, there's not duality for me. They just miss.
It's just reality.
Any of my demos.
It's reality. I live it.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm still waiting for these to start hitting one day. Hooligan. Aggressive and successive kills in the kill feed with his name on them.
Yeah, we talked about these players early on. With Hooligan and Clouden, they're going to be the main players firing, and boy, they are firing.
Oh boy.
And wow. The worst part is, Rage is meant to be the big player on Kaleido. He's not firing.
I'll give him a break. He's had 2 pistol rounds.
Yeah, true. But he's, you know, that's the
let's not jump the gun here, Josh.
Yep, those are the players you're gonna look for. You look for some performance as well.
Oh yeah, like you're looking at these players to really get the first frag. You know, in a big round like this one, especially whilst they've got 3 MP9s, NomadS. Like they haven't had an opportunity to upgrade, obviously. So, you know, NomadS can strategize around that. You do tend to see teams avoid apartments, you know, because you also don't know. One of these players could have a Mag 7 or something like that. They haven't seen the A site at all. And there's one of the MP9's Hanks over towards Banana. He does get one, and now you've got this dual setup from Boiler and Balcony, which combines for 2 kills. So, yeah, so far so good. Flashbang comes through. That AK is not connecting. Clouden somehow... Just close your eyes and hope for the best. It would have been the same outcome.
That confidence. The confidence to do that by yourself. You've got no one else backing you. And he just goes in for the swing. And that's a bonus round for NomadS, because NomadS are expected to lose that. They gather 3 AKs from that as well. But just think about, like, Clouden, they throw the flash up. He's so confident that he's just going to win that duel and 2-tap the head. Incredible. And,
you know, the flash was also, like, so telegraphed.
Exactly, yeah.
The T didn't believe how bad of a flash it was and thought the peak was going to come early, you know, like, and it just never happened. The confidence oozing out of Clouden.
Also, I've got to love the I gotta love the boiler setup as well. I'm gonna give things for that as well. I'm a bit surprised there was no flashes being thrown. I mean, the MP9 at such close range does so much damage, and Clouden with the immediate trade as well, the delayed trade towards the end gets the 2-for-1 advantage. Now it's just a half buy coming in, and Clouden, jeez, I don't know how he willingly takes those sort of duels. He's in such an open position.
And what do you expect 2x2 by? To do here.
Oh, okay, 2x shuts him down finally. Great
deals.
Oh,
there's 2x2. Oh my god.
He's got 2, he's got 2 times 1 dig. Of course, he's got it in his name. 1v5, and he could win this round potentially as well. There we go. Wow. 3rd one on the board. Now it's getting actually a bit more punishing now. Panicky. Problem is his HP is the issue. He can't have the duels. He's just got to do something unexpected. The bomb is in mid. Yeah, I think Randy's on it.
Randy? Yeah,
Yeah, Randy's sitting on it. If you give one tap Henix, it's a good to go. But it is so hard because he has to go for the one tap, he has to go for the pre-fire because he can't have a duel. And it's a hard part here for 2x. He's like he's got to do something unexpected. Yeah. The problem is he's not sure which exits are blocked.
Can't save either though. Like, yeah. You just have to win the round by kills, I think, at this point.
Perfect. Oh no. Yeah. Good attempt though. He got 3 kills at least and damaged their economy, even though they've got money for days.
Yeah, they'll take that. That is way better than looking like how it was gonna be with 5 straight kills to 0. So yeah, get a bit of econ damage in. Maybe that gives 2x2 at least some confidence. He's got 4 frags to his name in 4 rounds. Rage, we're still waiting for him to turn up. We're still waiting for Spine as well, but getting frags on the board, putting a bit of seed of doubt, albeit small, into NomadS, it won't harm.
Jeez, the aggressiveness as well. Look at the crunch towards middle. It's like, crunch coming in from A for mid. And they also crunched a banana as well to trap the players in lower banana. Cloud, and again, the aggressiveness. Like, NomadS are playing really heads-up play. They're just, getting map control early, getting picks early, and then just withdrawing back to site. You can see 2x here. He's like, he can't do anything. They're already gone. They've disappeared. Just to give a bit of an Expedition 33 reference, they've just gomaged back to site.
And now how do you deal with this dual pit setup? Usually you see, Paranormal and Cloudon playing this when they don't have the long player, because the guy mini pit can look at long, and you just tell your B players that CT's potentially open. But they're actually still playing it with 3 ACTs, and well, now they know there's 1 player in big pit. They're going to try and clear him. Interesting peek from Paranormal, doesn't work out. Now they have to try and deal with Cloudon. They know he's around somewhere, but is he sight or is he pit? They clear both. Trade comes through. Hooligan though trades back from long, but as soon as he does get that frag, he just has to dip. He has to play percentages. Yes, you're going to give up the bomb plant, but you've got a 3 versus 1 here. You've got a player coming through from mid. That's going to be Henks. He will be peeking from short soon, but they're going before Henks is in position. And now Suki has an opportunity to get it, but can't connect on the 3rd. It was so close to a beautiful 1v3, but Kaleido, once again, are going to be waiting for their 1st round win.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this is the downside of the risk and reward cycle if you do go for the early confidence peaks and whatnot, is that you can give away 1v3s like that, and NomadS seem to be like all in. They're like Vegas, basically. It's either all in or nothing, baby. They're working on that momentum, working on that confidence. And you saw the upside of it, where they got that 5v3 advantage, and you saw the downside advantage when they almost gave up a 1v3.
Well, the biggest surprise for me, Josh, they had to wait like 2 seconds for Henks to be there. And
exactly.
They could have got I didn't understand it.
Yeah, exactly. This is peak Asian CS where they will just swing. Okay, I was going to talk about this pre-game. Literally, the team just swing is a meme about the Asian scene. They just swing. Normal gameplay theory, throw out the window. Just swing, hit heads, win games. And 2x,
like an
2x.
arcade game in a sense,
Exactly.
Just go.
2x, 2x is being very...
How about here though? Into an AWP, would not recommend, not expecting the 2nd one. And it's all a bit of a bait at the end of the day, Josh, for that AWP.
How'd the arcade game go again? I interrupted you, unfortunately.
Bing, bing, bing. I don't know, I was thinking of like Space Invaders, where you're just clicking and shooting things. I don't know what another good comparison is.
Nah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what? You know what? The strength test, the punching bag. Bing. Nah, that doesn't work either. Hooligan's not missing, mate. They tested this AWP over and over again, and it's not going so well. I was actually going to comment as well. Paranormal really should have had that kill in apartments. I can't believe Hooligan got it with the 2nd shot.
I mean, it's a good opening found here from Miami, but again, this is what I was talking about. If you leave long open, you just call the fact that CT is potentially, pushable, and you just play Moto from mini pit. It's really strong. We're seeing it a bit more often, especially after the major, with the way the Falcons like to set up on A site with that exact play.
Yeah.
So
I love
yeah,
how
good to see.
Yep.
Go on, sorry.
I love how Nico plays that role in particular. Like they leave kicks on B, throw to smokes, and then Nico is like an early flank on A every single time. It's beautiful.
And well, as long as your aim's on point, it's going to be good. You know, it's not the easiest fight in CS2 to take from mini pit to long, but you do have, you know, the fact that not much of your player models showing. You're just giving up space, and you're kind of gambling on your extra B player to hold CT.
Exactly. And the Macedonian Kickson loves doing it. It's always him.
A good way I would like to see Kaleido start to, if they have already picked that up, the fact that NomadS have done this a few times now on A, would be good to see them do apply pressure towards long, you know, smoke off archers, smoke off library. That gets the player's attention in lower pit or mini pit. And then you can also send a couple players out, maybe with Tech 9s from apps, to deal with that mini pit player. Would be good to see Kaleido pull a nice counterplay out like that, but again, you need to be able to pick that information up.
Yeah. So yeah, Henix is just waiting. Oh, they all swing out. Jeez. That would have given a jump scare there. Look at the trade takes down Spine. Can he get another? He does get another snapshots of the Miami.
Oh!
He's got 3! He's getting them all! He's got the 5-7 out too. Has to reload the AWP. Unfortunately, Clouded on the other side. Fish in a barrel, and Hooligan, he won't missing. But Hooligan's on something. He's on an absolute tear. 11 kills with the AWP. Only Clouden, the only one like really shining above him.
It's Friday, Josh. The shops have closed early, and so has B. Hooligans on B. B site closed for the weekend.
And A site's also closed too, because Cloud is at A site too. You can't even get through middle. You cross through mid. You cross through the middle borders like a, you know, an alarm comes on. Cloud swings out, sweeps the leg. Like Hooligans they're switching roles. Hooligans on A now. Now they're gonna run into Cloud on B.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Rage. Oh, there he is, as he gets one kill. That's going to be his first one, and hopefully the first of many. As you said, Josh, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say you spoke him up to be an absolute superstar, but I do agree. If any player is going to be fragging on this T side, it should be him, and right now it's not showing.
Beautiful double swing by 2X and Miami there. Hooligan should be caught out. Isn't caught out because Hooligan doesn't miss, and Hooligan, well, he's on absolute tear. They're going to the B bomb site, and Henix has got absolute hell of a lever. Well, actually go for this. Dude, you're giving Henix a lot of kills here. That's a 2K, almost a third. Jeez, Clouden coming in. A 2, oh, this is the worst 2v2 you can have. It's a 2-star players. Oh, that's a risky proposition because Cloud's just going to do that, and he wins the duel. They're just like Steph Curry and LeBron's on the same team, and they just never miss. Like, you know that meme where Steph Curry's shooting from the moon? That's Clouded, but actually hitting the shot.
Ooh, it could probably prove to be absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh, 2x2 lines him up. We nearly saw something similar to that in the first series today, but that is it connecting. I was about to highlight, Josh, the fact that 2x2 walked over a Molotov, and that would have given him about 8 seconds to try and clear out one of the 2 potential places the 2 CTs could come from, but he didn't need it. He waited for the smoke to fade and sprayed him down clean.
You know, he only does things 2x by 2x, so, you know, 2 kills every round. Has he got 2 kills every round? He's got 8 kills. He might be doing that. You know, if he gets a kill, it's 2. I gotta say, gotta be general annoyance for NomadS today, given that Henix did a beautiful 2K to make that round Hooligan in a big position here, Miami in an off angle, which is smart from him not to go too aggressive in apps. NomadS have had a lot of setups in apps.
He has to get pre-fired to lose his fight. It's an absolutely disgusting angle if he has his reaction time on point. Miami, though, has punished the fact that he stuck around a little bit too long here, and this A push now starting to come through and come out of apps, which is exactly what I was asking for from this T side. The times that they do start hitting A, they do it, and now, well, they got that rare man advantage that they've not had in many rounds so far.
If they're not saving, Oh no, they're going for this. Are they? No, they're playing exits. Okay, thankfully. I was getting worried that they would go for this, but the Moto Smoke is to make sure they don't go for this. Ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
I think he was spotted as well, though, and that might just keep one of these players around. Do they die to the bomb? 91 HP on Suki, I think, is just enough for Pit. I think he's going to be left on 2 HP.
You have to get out. Yeah, it's too close. Pit will kill you. Like, he'll kill you even in Pit because it's quite close.
I think that's only on default. I could be wrong here. I'm happy to be incorrect.
No. Call it, so the only place you're safe is if it's planted at the opposite end where you should be planted. I call it safe or secret. If it's planted there, you live at Pit. If it's planted at cold 0 or default, you die at Pit.
Gotcha.
Yep.
In new, this is the new version of Inferno with the bomb radius extension, blah blah blah.
Because Zark's could highlight it as well. Like he died at mid. Like the player died at mid from the A plant. So yeah, that's been like bomb radius these days. It's a very interesting concept.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
If you want to compare Inferno's bomb radius to Anubis, have fun. Hooligan is not having fun right now. He is maybe hitting a bit of a dead end here in this end of the first half as Paranormal swings for 2. However, Suki gets given the space. Clouden quick to turn around, and it's another CT dominance on this A site. They answer back after Kaleido take the A site in round 9. Well, the Nomads, they reply straight back with a quick fix, and well, Kaleido are back to another really poor buy. I mean, they're probably just going to send it by the looks of Rage's buy. I would prefer to just guarantee yourself an AK buy in the round 12. 9-3, not the biggest disaster. But they decide that it's now or never. They know it's their map pick. They know they're down 8-4 at best case scenario, so...
Hooligan going for an early snapshot again. I'm going to say, like, Kaleido have been under pressure since the start. In fact, Hooligan and Cloud are going to go for the boost. And Suki absolutely annihilates Hooligan here. Miami's even got even more accelerant here as well. And Cloud is just waiting. Might be able to get safe here. Will he be able to get safe? First of Molotov, he does get safe. They're charging onto his location. They're going after him. They know he's cold 0 somewhere. They've chased him down. Now, Paranormal, he's trying to do the Houdini and get the early lurk in as well. Rage, very aware of it, but they're going to go safe.
They hear it. Yeah, but they hear it. I don't think they're going to allow them this save. They're going to go for this. They know the round's over. They know no one's left on site if everyone's leaving like that. And Rage now, I mean, if you're Kaleido, yeah, you don't want to give away too many guns here, but I think you really do give yourself a good chance in the last round and a half if you can get these 3 kills. But like I said, you can't lose too much for the cause. And, well, the fact that Rage dies there, that's probably going to give them the signal to give it up.
Yep, I'm also going to say as well, we did doubt the force buy, but the force buy has been proven correct. Like I say, like I say, a lot of confidence in both these teams despite the scoreline. It's like the scoreline doesn't exist. Like on their HUD, there's no scoreline. It's just regular warm-up still to these guys.
Yeah, a bit of deathmatch. Bit of deathmatch didn't hurt anyone.
Exactly.
Also, I think you get some players that love some KZ, don't they? It never worked with me. I could not do some KZ.
So that's why really Hooligan's at the top of Clock Tower. At the moment, he's been working as KZ. He's at top of the Clock Tower. No one can see him, mate. They're getting orbs, you know, from the sky. They're like, where is he? But yeah, Hooligan and Clouden are probably becoming less. Or never mind. Hooligan tries to be over aggressive again. He gets punished for it. Ooh, Rage almost hits that shot. Gets a boost as well. Henix had to just abandon it. I'm going to say, I think they knew Henix was there, given the fact that Hooligan was so active, but this doesn't matter. They've got the A site. They're taking care of Paranormal for a 1-for-1 trade, and that's going to probably end the round. They're going to go for it, but I don't think Henix with an orb on 16 HP and Randy. They do have a smoke. They could go for a ninja defuse, but, you know, the likelihood of that happening is very low.
Yeah, either way, they have to go. There's no good saving. Unfortunately, you cannot bring the AWP into the second pistol.
I think just run with the USB, just hope you get past the smoke at this stage, because this is over for this half. An 8-4 half. NomadS going to be pretty happy with how the start went. But just like their infamous horse drawing, it didn't end well. We have a quick 2-minute break for halftime, and we'll get back into the action. Welcome back, guys, to the ESL Pro League Season 22 Asia Close Qualifier. I'm Josh, joined by Wix. And if you guys missed the first half, you better rewatch that first half, because we had some bangers of shots and some bangers of almost clutches. And I think we had the full package so far. I think we can just get like an entire series of highlights just out of that first half.
Yeah, it's been a crazy first half, a crazy best of three so far. Thank goodness it's the first half of the first map is. If it
sucks,
ends up being
is Spine 008? We forgot to highlight he James Bonded. Is he James Bond?
No, I saw it. I just didn't want to name and shame. I was actually going to say Spine's probably wondering how the hell he's here right now at 8.
He's got two handshakes. He's got two handshakes. He ain't James.
Okay.
For England, James? No, for me, says Spine. Actually, it's the only James Bond movie quote I know, Wix, okay? It's from GoldenEye, because it plays at the end of every Cradle. Like, if you finish Cradle.
GoldenEye was, by the way. Forget the movie. Forget the movie. GoldenEye.
Yep.
That FPS, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. He also says it at the movie as well. For England, James? No, for me. Bang, shoots Trevelyan. Dualies again? Suki? Let's see the duality of dualies. Or Wix's reality, what comes true. Oh, they're trying to sound cute, they're trying to fake it out. It's been seen there. And that's Wix's reality.
It is indeed.
He only hit 2 shots, by the way.
Oh!
Rage?
How does he do it? I'm not sure. That's number 5. For him, in the game, would have been expecting to see a bit more after 12 rounds, but
Well, hearing all these players coming from CT, Paranormal's going to be very nervous, but he's going to peek out. Paranormal doesn't go down. He was on very little HP. But he'll look in from behind. Oh, no! Misses a sitter. But Randy follows up. And Randy with the gooshes. Can he get a third goosh? He does! And Randy with the triple goosh to get another pistol round for the Nomads. Jeez, Hooligan, he must be red-faced, but he must be thanking God for Randy. Okay, we're back. Thankfully, Randy hits every shot.
That is an absolute sucker punch. That is just not fair. If you're feeling good, I mean, Kaleido were feeling good in, what was it, 4v2 at one stage after that turn-on kill on Hooligan? You're feeling good, and then suddenly 2 versus 1, he's trapped in dark and around. However, Rage stuck around too long, completely mowed down. That is, well, that's one way to deal with a Deagle that's tapping heads right now. Cloud no.
You know what the worst part is? That wasn't even the most impressive part. His teammate, Kobe the player, closer to CT. Like the grenade landed on the player at CT and killed them instantly. Like, you could probably go in the demo and just watch, like, see where the X is near CT? The HE grenade landed there and killed that player, Suki. Like, that's the crazy part. That was not even the craziest thing that happened that round.
I don't think, as much as I love Zarks, I don't think I have the replay. I don't think enough with it. To be fair, no, it's not Zarks, is it? He's not Observer. He's not Observer. Zarks catching strays off me.
No, Zarks is the Observer, but it's just
no,
like
I mean, not the producer, sorry. 2
things happen at once, so it's impossible to observe that at all. Because Supi got Cody at the same time Rage got pushed.
One thing I do know though, Josh, it is not looking too good for Kaleido in map 1.
Yeah, definitely not at the moment, but we've got some highlights, like holy moly. Like, the utility from both teams have been really, really good as well. Other than Clouded's flash, but he still won it in the end. He still won it. Clouded fails a jump boost. Oh no.
Oh,
I've seen this. Dear. I've seen this film where they fell like 3 times. He got it, he's got it.
I've played these games before.
He's got it, he got it by himself. He didn't need the boost. Oh man.
Oh boy. Well,
you can't blame
it. There you go, folks. If anyone at home watched it, you're doing that in your Silver 3 games, there's still hope for you, I promise.
Oh man. I am so cooked from that. He can't even blame anyone in the 3rd one because he stuffed it up himself. They just walked into that crossfire and they had no idea where any of the Kaleido players were. And that's what happens when you have no idea where any of the players are. In fact, there's a free play crossfire.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I think NomadS gave Kaleido a few opportunities to hear where they wanted to go.
Nah, you know, I think I just need a few fireworks. Maybe a marching band as well. Maybe a mariachi band?
Oh, we don't like to see that. Don't tell me it's a tech pause. Don't do it to me, Rage. We got 2 Miamis.
Yeah, because Rage DC'd. So we got to clone Miami.
Yeah, I'm saying we got 2 Miamis right now. Maybe we can play on 2 PCs at the same time. That would be...
Maybe Prod's trying to hint us at something that we should be going to Miami.
I mean, it's free PR for Miami, I guess. Yep. Visit Miami.com.
Miami disconnects as like 2x, 2x. Triple 2x.
Yeah, folks, hopefully this is just a simple reconnection to the server. Although Kaleido are probably appreciating a bit of a breather off the back of winning a round. Probably the worst possible time to do so.
I was going to jokingly say, he's back in. I was going to jokingly say, knowing our tech pause ratio, that he's going to be not there for another hour. But happily, he's back in 3 minutes.
few minutes could be how long we have left of this map, potentially, if the Nomads decide to go pedal to the metal again.
But they will. They
Win
got 2
3
Tech
rounds in
9s.
quick succession. So, I mean, yeah, you can see they've drawn up something here.
Yeah.
Little pause time. I
This,
would predict with 2 Tech 9s. I would love to see the spawns.
yeah.
I would love
This
to
game.
see the spawns because then I can make a really good prediction. Without
Mhm.
seeing the spawns, I couldn't tell you. Okay, so this would tell me probably not banana. They're
I was actually
probably
gonna.
going to try and set up an A split up long or up short and out apps at the same time. That's my guess.
I was actually gonna say up banana, but you know what? I'll go with the up banana. They're
If
gonna rush up
if
banana with
one
the
of the
Tech
tech
9s.
guys has Randy spawn, or they have the one furthest left camera,
Oh, they match medics. Oh, they've got even worse spawns.
no, they've still got same spawns. They've got same spawns.
No, I thought they moved backwards a bit. Maybe I'm hallucinating. No, I am
I
hallucinating.
think,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you're hallucinating. I mean, it is getting close to your bedtime, Josh, to be fair. I'll let you off. But yeah,
yeah.
paranormal, he has clown to his left. Yeah, that means naturally they will not be able to get into banana as quick as the CTs without being bumped or anything like that. So that will tell me they want to get these Tech 9s set up in apps. If they don't try and get apps early, it will probably end up being a retake banana.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how smart I am. If I'm either 100 IQ or take a 0 off of that.
Just rush B. Okay. You know the memes like the
Okay,
monk
so it's not
and
a
then
B
the
rush.
dumb guy. That's me. Okay, you're like if they got the right spawns, go A. Me. Just rush B.
Yeah, here we go. Look, Paranormal already trying to get himself towards apps. Yeah, this is going to be a late A split. They're going to try and prevent any info being gathered in top banana here. As you can see on the radar, number 8, Randy. He's going to just prevent any information. He's going to make sure he's heard a few times so Kaleido don't really know what's coming. And then it's probably going to end up being an A take late if they don't get any frags. But a few fights kicking off here. Hank does get caught. It's a 1-for-1. Banana still being fought for as another 1-for-1 comes through. But now, what does Spine choose to do? Does he try and push and try and take Banana back? Well, a minute left on the clock, and as predicted, it's got to be a late A. The only time that doesn't finish, the only time that does not finish late A will be if you get 3 kills on Banana.
Yep. And they're thinking that too, given the A smokes.
Yeah, Kaleido, well, they've got the read as well. I promise you we are on a 5-minute delay, but Spine, look, they're getting eager for info, and that's them caught, although Suki not expected to be on long, and now they know that's the B player. The B player is on long, so do they start hedging their bets towards B? Yes is the answer. I'm not sure if Paranormal needed to spend his life for it. All these little fine details starting to come into fruition out on the server now as Kaleido capitalize. Big round that Kaleido needed coming in clutch. They'll get the defuse and they'll edge their way closer to NomadS 10.
Yeah, they're looking for nades at the moment. You can see here, Suki actually picks up an AK instead. He may have picked up a flash out of all that. I'm not terribly too sure actually.
It's $200 saved at the end of the day. It adds up. You think about it, over the course of 18, 19 rounds, you save $200. That's a lot of money saved. It's never too late to start saving, Josh.
Exactly. I think NomadS were a bit confused in 2 minds as well, because they were not sure whether to go B because they got 2 kills there, or A. And there's also never always time to start saving. Just make sure you save in the right areas, the low tax rate, stuff like that. And it compounds. And as those rounds compound, you get, more money. I don't know how it works in CS, but yes.
Well, usually more money would end up meaning you're winning more rounds, just on the opposite way of probably what you're referring to. But this is not financial advice. This is Counter-Strike, and oh my. Some advice I'll give to Randy right now is get the hell out of there. It's too little, too late. 2 little HP, and he waited around for too long. I mean, not like he had a choice. I think he was dead to rights regardless.
It's one of those chess moves where your queen's so trapped that any attempt to try and take it just makes you lose more. pretty much the scenario there. 2x. Ooh, that's, yeah. Paranormal still gets a kill there, which I'm impressed with. Now it's up to Clouden. He could probably do this.
Low HP, this is risky. This is really risky
no.
from Spine. Yes, it's probably not going to end in disaster. Yes, NomadS should not be winning this round. Probably won't be, there you go. But yeah, like you said, like you touched on earlier, you know, specifically Asian CS, they are just aggressive. They do not respect your angles. They do not respect your reactions. They will just go for fights. They will try and take kills no matter what the circumstance. But right now, it's NomadS that are winning the most of their fights. You can see not big differential in most players' kills, apart from one in particular who has a 1 in their kill count. Spine. Well, his team are keeping him somewhat alive here. No doubts in my mind that they're giving him some encouragement. That's all you can really do at this stage, but it would be good to see him get on the board. And well, this could be a perfect round. Tech9's coming through onto the B side. Retake already called. Risky play, risky game to play on a map like Inferno, but right now it's working. 4 versus 3, a couple kills going through smoke. On-plant will go down eventually as Hooligan has to change his position. And that's a great 2 first kills to really kick off the retake from Rage. Speaking about him earlier, Josh, it was only a matter of time before he started fragging out. Could this be the beginning of something special for him?
Yeah, definitely. He also, the intuition to go for that early flank early on, and also all the disruption from the utility from Kaleido, put NomadS in a horrible position. In fact, they didn't even have post plants. Because and also Rage being there much earlier just took 2 players out before they could even get comfortable in their spots. And pretty much that made that retake a lot easier than a normal B retake is, because B retake, let's be honest, is absolutely horrible to do.
And even more horrible against Tech9s, because there is no extremely large choke point to really enter the site through. You're either going through church doors or coffins, which is extremely tight, and CT as well under boosts, you know, so never easy to do. But
exactly.
You have your protocols in place, you work together, that's your best opportunity. And right now, well, Rage taking a very risky play of just basically being a one-man army in Banana. They did have Spine ready with a flash from Coffin, but at that stage, you're relying on him to get the first kill, and then the second flash needs to be thrown for the trader. But I just don't think the timing was there to really do it. I'd much prefer to see Spine a bit more closer on the corner.
Actually, for this as an off-topic in particular, Kaleido have been playing to like what NomadS would do in particular certain situations. Like in the previous round, they put 2 players towards mid and leaving the A site open just to know that Clouden would peek towards mid to make sure no one's flanking him. But they seemingly have studied probably NomadS habits, and particularly with aiming and whatnot, because I've been noticing a lot of like counterplay in particular to their styles, and catching some of these Nomad players completely off guard, knowing how they play and their behavior goes in particular. Like a lot of these rotates and stuff like that as well.
And we've seen this before.
And they're not going to see this coming. Oh no.
Oh, the timing is absolutely gross. Spine having to peek around Coffin's here to try and keep this B site alive in a sense of bomb plant going down. And he needs to just keep his life and wait for backup here. This smoke, though, is going to be problems for CTs, because they either need to push or they're going to have like 10 seconds left on this bomb by the time it comes out, and no util really on the side of the CTs at all. 1 Molotov for the Ts here to just try and stall. Do they put it on the bomb, or do they put it towards Coffins to push trying to come through? Spine is out, but the bullets are not connecting. And right now, it looks like it's going the way of the NomadS. The NomadS are going to answer, finally, to all the questions that Kaleido have been sending their way. And Miami does get a kill for some consolidation. It's 11-8 now, and that 11 is the key in this map. You've got to get to 13. The kills are great, but you need to be winning rounds.
So they get the AKs and stuff like that. So they saved an AK. I was going to say, Miami was very lucky there. I thought he was going to get caught out by that bomb radius. He survives on 6 HP.
Calculated.
Calculated, exactly. You know, you got the calculator out.
Just count how many pixels.
Yep. Exactly. A bit, you know, that's why a B retake is kind of nightmarish in that scenario there. As you can see there, that Nomads were able to fend off a B retake quite easily. Even with one player just checking down Banana, 2v3, able to sort it out. Hooligan catches Suki. Suki has been very strong on the safe side. Goes down to Hooligan, but does a lot of damage. Randy pushing forward. That HE doesn't clear. And Miami's got one, but traded by Cloudon from Apps, and that is an A site take. 2x does rotate over, has the AK in hand. You gotta remember as well, Hooligan only has 2 HP, so he can't really duel too much at the moment.
Yeah, they don't really need to duel at all here. Nomads have Kaleido exactly where they want them. They've got Moto smoked off. They've got 2 players. Essentially possible to play pit. And with the timer ticking, I mean, they don't really need to do much here. It's Kaleido to make the first move as Paranormal is holding this short position. And they walk straight into his crosshair. 4 map points for the Nomads now, Josh, and Kaleido are still waiting for a map, it looks like, over the Nomads in HLTV officials.
Yep. Also going to say overall, the big key kill there was actually by Hooligan on 2 HP. He caught Rage before he could take out Paranormal at Graveyard. That was crucial. If Paranormal was taken out at Graveyard, round falls apart. But Hooligan with a key intervention, winning that round on that hold there. And Paranormal has an easiest 2k of the Galil. Rage picking forward, aggression and punished. That is going to hurt. Suki, though, has been very, very good on A hold so far. And I think the only round they lost there on A is because Suki went down without being traded out.
And he was also the 3rd player to help with Banana as well that one round. And they picked up on the fact that he'd rotated back round to A and then they ended up finishing B. So yeah, Suki, well, he's got 15 kills. He's been playing well. But it's just these situationals, these mid-round moments that have just been mostly going the Nomad's way. Flashbang comes into Banana. That's information gathered, but you don't want to get too aggressive for too much. Too greedy for info. Spine gets punished. And now the Hooligans, the Nomads with Hooligan will maybe start being Hooligans with space on the map. They're going to be taking it. It's, are they going to use it to full effect? And right now, well, pressure being applied towards A. They just don't have the firepower here, Kaleido, to really deal with it. They're kind of just waiting for Nomads to push them.
Cloudon with a big flank going up long. He's going to peek into wide swing and Cloudon adjusts for it. And now they're heading straight towards B. And this is oh no. They've actually peeked it and they didn't stop Cloudon. In fact, they just realized, they're coming in towards B. I was heading down Hooligan, but the carrier was Henix, and Henix has got that bomb planted just in time. Now 2x early on the advantage, trying to make sure that they don't get through. Randy ends it and ends the map. 13-8. And Nomads, they score another map victory.
Yeah, a good end to the map from the Nomads. You thought Kaleido for a moment there. We can forget talking about Ancient until Kaleido have 13 on the board, because if they can't do that, then, well, we're not going to see it anyway.
Yep. Oh, it seems like that there's a little ticker there. We're trying to get rid of it quickly. Swipe. Swipe as hard as we can.
Gremlins, those gremlins, I tell you. It's like the gremlins are protesting that we had to wait a few extra minutes to get map 2 underway. The doolies are back out. Yeehaw, says Hooligan, as he finds 2 heads in the wild west of mid.
So it's a duality, not not Wix's reality this time around. The dualies actually hit their target. And 2x has got no bomb.
Still waiting for them doolies to do that for me.
Is he going to be caught now? His head won't pop up. Oh, where is he going to go? Warmer?
I think...
Warmer's going to get dinked. Oh, Paranormal wasn't actually focusing on that angle. But they know where he is now, so they can load up the dualies on the close angle. And Hooligan, jeez, 2 bullets.
Oh, I'll pay this guy to coach me how to use the doilies at this point. Just take my money, show me how.
Yeah,
It actually makes me feel awful about myself
like that Inferno.
when I see the. I wish I could just take them off the loadout.
Like that Inferno in particular, like on his pistol and we had a dual easy, I think he got a 3k, wasn't it? Also a 4k, I forget. But it was a hooligan everywhere, mate. And this is actually a good thing for NomadS, particularly on the CT side of Anubis, because CT side of Anubis, rounds are few and far between, and Kaleido have forced up here. I mean, you didn't get a bomb plant. I guess Tech 9 Rush A, Paranormal's gonna have a devil of a time because they're not respecting that smoke. They're gonna charge through with a flash. Oh, they blundered their own players though. Paranormal's got 2. He's gonna drop back, might get a 3rd. A bit surprised he actually hang around there because like he only had like 2 bullets in his MP9, a pop flash going in and a double flash as well to get him out. And good save by NomadS. I'm surprised that he was able to be saved. Given the low HP on a pillar.
Also surprised that NomadS really rotated this heavy. Like, Paranormal's sitting there right now. Do you guys not trust me? Why are 3 of you here? But he's done well. He's done very well to stay alive.
Oh, he's on
Get that bonus money as well. Let's not forget about that. An extra bonus money kill onto Randy, 2 onto Paranormal. But goodbye, Hooligan. Now, this is the problem with won't rotate. Low HP on Suki, who is going to attempt to get the kill, or maybe go for the A plant. Yeah, A plant is awful knife out, risky game to play. Suki and Paranormal lies in wait. 5 kills, all with bonus money on MP9s, Josh. That's going to be very good news for NomadS.
Not to mention as well, he delivered that M4 straight to Paranormal. He should have just chucked it out the map. Like, yeah, he should, like that would have been a lot better chucking it out the map because he's just delivered an AK to the CTs.
But the fact that he was knife out, he probably just wasn't expecting anyone to be there anyway. So maybe he was thinking, okay, let's get this thrown out. Albeit, I don't think that is the case. As oh boy, Miami, his round 3 was over before it even started, really, and now Hanks is pushing out Spine. They're in a world of trouble in mid Kaleido. They're barely out of spawn. Let them have some fun, NomadS, or something. They're stunting on them now. Hanks has been playing some KZ in the tactical pause, the little extended break, whatever you want to call it. It's the same rhetoric being screamed out of the server, and it's NomadS domination.
Yeah, those swings, man, and that crashing outside B main as well. Like, Anubis to the CT side, you just gotta have the confidence to swing out B main and try to win a bit of a duels. Anubis is kind of like can be sort of an ancient where map control is important for the CTs, but map control is just really hard to win. But either way, like, NomadS looking pretty good at the moment. 3 or 4 rounds has passed score on Anubis CT side. And also, not to mention as well, this utility, like, they keep throwing a HE grenade down mid and doing so much damage. And also that B main as well, another HE grenade. Suki's on nothing. Rage is going to go huge here. He goes 1 for 1, but should be a trade by Suki. Is a trade by Suki. And Clouden does a bit more damage on Miami, but look at all the HEs they've been throwing, and look at all the damage it's done already. Even though they had a disadvantageous duel on B main.
Need to be careful here, NomadS. They are getting a bit too greedy once again. We did see it towards the end of Inferno where maybe getting a little bit too confident. Okay, you live and die by the sword, I guess, but there is going to come a time where Kaleido start to pick up on what you're doing and they'll just quickly adjust and try and counter it until you stop and respect them. This is the perfect round example of that. Kaleido finally are going to get off to a T round win. A 3-1 start, yes, not good for Kaleido right now, but you know, they'll probably take an 8-4 at this point, even a 7-5. I would say Anubis, you tend to see 8-4 the most in favor of T, maybe 7-5. That's I think if you see T and you finish the half on 7-5 or 5-7, you take it. Whereas 8-4, it's like, okay, we've got work to do here as we go over to T. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make a bit of sense in particular. Because like you with the T side, like, you know, it's like chasing a run chase in cricket. You know the score you're gonna chase.
Yeah.
I guess say this, you know, we talked about it as earlier as well. I think I mentioned it as well during Inferno. The over-aggression is your greatest strength and is also your greatest weakness. Sepify also have the same problem as an Australian team, where they over-swing and play over-aggressive, take fights that they don't really need to take. Sometimes it's greatness, sometimes you put yourself into a 1v3 for no reason.
Key here now for Kaleido is that they capitalise and get some momentum flowing here. Get into this NomadS money because it's already looking a little bit worn. I think a little bit's actually maybe underestimating the scenario that they're in right now. Hooligan though does find first blood. We're seeing that way too many times from Kaleido giving that first frag up, especially on Anubis where practically you're getting to all of these first duel angles first. Your crosshair is always first on the angle, whether it's con or B main or A main, and they're just not managing to win the duels right now. And well, that's going to have to change if they want to start winning on T side. Henkslow on the back of B side, having to stop this push coming through. One could be enough. However, the tick of the Molotov has given Hooligan's position away. He'll creep through the smoke, and Clouden is left with his teammate, but not for long. Paranormal trying to spook out these T's. Rage and Spine, your last left alive, and with the bomb planted in this position, it could be a numerous amount of places in the 1v1. The last player could be main, could be con. And with the smoke here, just burning time off the clock, it's Paranormal who sits. Oh, Spine. Not sure. Looking at radar, potential crash. You tell me. But Rage, as I said, playing from con, the bomb planted there is so strong. Will get Kaleido's second consecutive round on the board.
Huge round there, particularly. I gotta say, yeah, a bit odd from Spine there. I thought Spine would have the advantage, given that Paranormal was looking a different direction. I think, yeah, maybe it was a crash there in particular. But, you know, Rage never fails. Holding that line. Not really much NomadS could do there. Paranormal's not sure where he is. He flashed B main. Wasn't there either. Could have a quick match medic as well to put Spine. Because I'm not sure if he got his win bonus.
Did he crash?
Yeah, he did crash, I believe. He didn't even fire
well,
a bullet,
either that, or it was either that, or he fell asleep, or was in like a trance, staring into the smoke. It was no in between. It looked a bit too late of a reaction to it not be the case. But good to see he's quickly back in. Those little gremlins in PCs in 2025, I tell you, they are a nightmare.
Definitely, indeed.
And that would have been brutal, by the way, if they lose that 2v1 because of that. With the current climate that Kaleido already sitting in, I'm kind of glad for them that that wasn't the case.
Oh, exactly, same here. Because that would have been diabolical. We've had weapons now, NomadS. Forced up. I like these unexpected force buys in particular, because they're not expecting a force buy, expecting a eco, given that they've lost 2 rounds. This is a full force of a I was going to say glass cannon off, but he does have armor hooligan. NomadS have an interesting setup. It's a 3B, 1A, 1 mid setup. Then again, it's usually default setup. X trying to catch Paranormal here. Paranormal's just not biting on it. Hooligan gonna pop in, takes down Rage, and Rage was ready for that as well, but he was adjusting his angle just as the AWP came in. A lot of damage being dealt towards that con area. 2X and Paranormal. Cloudon's gonna clear it. Does take down Miami. They're actually gonna flash in. But Cloudon sows the Fred, captures the needle, gets a second as well. That's the guns dropped. Paranormal can go a bit forward on A. Now 2X. Will he expect Paranormal to be this close? He doesn't, and Paranormal just cleans his clock. That's just Suki on mid, and Suki's just got NomadS Land bombs dropped. Oh, not looking is at Cloudon, but Cloudon's on very little HP. HP, and that's the Canary into Cold Bomb. Suki with a second shot takes down Hooligan, but he's being tagged up by Randy and put 4 rounds on the board, and the York's been recovered. And the NomadS forced by gamble comes up trumps.
Yeah, and well, when you thought Kaleido had everything going their way, they just seemed to stumble over the hurdle there. Would certainly be loving to have that round back if you are Kaleido, but gotta dust yourself off. Again, you're basically in 2 best-of-1s now. That's the way you need to look at this game. You can't look at it. You have to take it 1 map at a time, 1 round at a time. And they still got a buy, thankfully, but how long for, I'm not too sure. Paranormal quickly traded out in the 1-for-1. Very risky game to play if you're solo on A and you're willing to go 1-for-1. Your team's basically playing retake from that stage, unless Clouden can stop them advancing further. Again, another 1-for-1. That's positive for the T side as Miami trying to convert the spray down transfer as Hank's coming through from heaven now. Again, it's 1-for-1 in the kill feed, and we're left in a 2 versus 1 in favor of the T's.
Yeah, Randy coming in. They had a good pick up there as well, but Hank's can only get 1 in the end. Randy coming through to smoke, actually double peeking towards cameras. Checking the back of sight. They might assume he's saved here. You gotta be careful here when they check these angles. They're not checking back of sight.
Oh boy.
Oh,
he made noise though.
He's pretty much dead anyway.
He would have got away with it. I genuinely think he gets away with that if he doesn't make noise.
At the end of the day,
I honestly think he gets away with it.
At the end of the day, he's gonna make noise to defuse anyway. He didn't have much time, so yeah. It's one of those unfortunate things where he made noise and lost a round, but it's like, even if he didn't make noise, he has to make noise to defuse the bomb.
Well, he also is not to know that, you know, he's got 2 people that have pushed heaven and he's got insane timing.
Yeah, exactly.
But what could have been is what I mean. I'm not expecting him to make the play, but it could have been something very, very special.
We're looking at another 1D down Canals, but Rage strikes back, taking down Clouden. I guess saying NomadS, I think they've been discovered now by Kaleido that they have a very, very weak A-hold, and they're being potentially punished for it as well. Again, that being A control, but Rage, another shot, another hit as well. Doesn't get tagged up by that Deagle. I think that Deagle shot, they moved a bit. Hooligan throwing a smoke, but he has no idea that Spine is in such a good position here as well. And Spine's just going to clean up Hooligan. Can't get that 1D working. Peak smoke being thrown in. Ooh, I was going to say, I'm surprised they didn't turn on to Paranormal right away. Because they heard him get touched up by that grenade. Paranormal going to fake out the smoke. Get the up close and personal. Did they expect that? Or Speaks didn't expect. Why didn't expect it at all, but doesn't really matter. He does regain his composure to finish that one off. It's going to be 4-4.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit more life now. A bit more wind in the sails of the T's, and it's great to see. They needed it. They needed it to happen now as well, because they're in a potential opportunity to really make this a good half. All of a sudden, 8-4, very, very strong. If it's 7-5, it's one of those where the CTs are probably just slightly happier. But of course, Kaleido, they're just going to be wanting to win rounds at this stage. It was not a pleasant inferno. It was not a pleasant first 4 rounds or so of this map. But now they're starting to hear the announcer say round win.
Ooh, jeez, I
Rage, well,
I'm a bit surprised.
If he didn't have to molly, he probably hits that. But with the quick switch and having to get the scope back up, makes your life a bit more difficult. Hank's trying to just tap away with the P250. Not going to happen. Kaleido have the lead for the first time in any of the 2 maps in this game. And, well, NomadS, they've kind of gone quiet, haven't they? Pretty standard across the board, a pretty good team performance. Not that many kills separating from top to bottom, but Kaleido right now are just finding entry kills all of a sudden, or trading out. If they're finding players that are on their own, and just trading and slowly taking parts of the map, and that is exactly how you play Anubis.
Surprise on this half by here, but the flashes are brilliant. They pushed middle and B main at the same time and got taking out the entire middle and B and offensive. They were trying to play slow and they got punished right now. Enix has got an AK, he's getting more information, particularly spots one. Oh, they line up too! And a team kill as well! And that's with MP9s! And they grabbed 2 AKs out of that. What just happened? Like, I was actually gonna make a comment about NomadS not buying up into this round because they had 3 players on 2Ks, just like buy M4s. Why you got the MP9s? And now they're just smashed and grabbed and got an extra round worth of yeah, if they lose this round, they can buy next round. They just literally stole a round.
And again, I feel like, you know, we saw it similarly on Inferno, where you think Kaleido are starting to play well, and then they have momentum and suddenly they lose a city round again. We even saw it earlier when NomadS answered back on Anubis against Eco, but again, it's about dusting yourselves off, and you have to treat this now as a best of one. And you can't sit around, you haven't got time to sit around and cry and sulk about, you know, how you've lost these city round. You just have to move on to the next round.
MP9 has been the biggest pull on their side. Ray checks out Randy, good entry onto the B side. Oh, Hooligan almost muffed up that trade, but does get the trade in the end. Clouden, he's going to drop down from middle, take out the connector player. He does, beautiful. Hooligan takes care of Suki. There's just Miami left. Hooligan peeks, and that was a bit unnecessary. Paranormal trying to go for trade, but Miami punishes. And so up to Clouden, Miami. Beautiful 1v3, puts 6 rounds on the board, and steals away a pretty much hard to win round from NomadS. I gotta say, NomadS played that poorly. That was a very poor 3v1.
The tail continues to twist. The good thing, I guess, if you are on NomadS' side here, is, well, you've got 5 on the board secured, so you can look at this round as a bit of a freebie. Again, most CTs do aim to go for 5 CT rounds and a half. You consider it a somewhat success. It's not a disaster. And Hooligan, again, by the way, that is not the first time this game where he's found the first blood from a good connector peak.
Yeah. They've been aggressing canals, they've been aggressing mid, they've been aggressing B main, and Kaleido's gaming haven't been able to really just bundle it in. Like, the utility isn't scaring them. They're getting in these positions before Kaleido able to do anything. But this time around, they've got a good B entry coming in. They've got a player connector already. Or actually, they were in connector. My eyes must deceive me so much. Hard vision, but they've got good B positions anyway. They've got B main and connector control. Supposed to be thrown in. Oh, catches Suki with smoke. Yeah, might get a second. In fact, Randy gets a second in the end, and Henix and Randy have combined for 3. And that's just going to end a half at 6-6 as Hooligan swings in and finishes it off. And, well, we're going to be back after a quick break. Welcome back, guys, to the second half, a 6-6 half at the moment from the ESL Pro League Season 22 Asia Close Qualifier, and I'm going to say NomadS and Kaleido Gaming 6-6. That'll be a bit of an advantage for NomadS in particular. NomadS already winning the first map of Inferno 13-8. I'm going to say for Kaleido, it's going to be a long climb. I mean, 7 CT rounds on Anubis. You have to win the pistol first. And that's the hard part. If you don't win the pistol, that mountain goes from K2 to Mount Everest very quickly.
Yeah, and well, you got to continue to take this game or this map one round at a time. It all starts with this pistol here if you're Kaleido and want to extend the series. That goes without saying. But yeah, I mean, you've now got to try and do it on CT side, which is not easy. It's a very nice map to be able to draw up pistol rounds. One position if you're a team that's faking and stuff like that, but right now, it's going to be a fake towards mid and end up being a B split. Pretty common round that I'm sure NomadS have done plenty of times, and Kaleido would have defended plenty of times, but right now the bomb is being planted and they're having to take space back. Miami with the dualies trying to find Frags. Hooligan tapping with USP, not finding enough heads for his liking. As Clouden now 1 versus 3 has to try and defend the C4 to stop it being diffused 2 by 2, and Kaleido actually end up answering, and that's one step in the right direction to making this a 3-mapper.
For NomadS, good bomb plant, but like I say overall, NomadS, their post plant was diabolical. They never really got settled. Kaleido were ultra aggressive the moment they got the bomb planted. While Cloud was planting the bomb, he was just getting he's losing players left and right, losing teammates. And it went from a 4v4 to a 2v4 very fast, and that was an easy retake for Kaleido to do. Maybe in a 4v3, I'm not terribly too sure, but it just basically, NomadS could never really get a post plant. They're always being harassed and just effectively annoyed by Kaleido, effectively.
Yeah. Let's see now. Oh, how the NomadS react. You know, they're not used to Kaleido really going close with them in games. I could imagine that after map 1 they were expecting this to be a bit of a obliteration on their own map. Kaleido play. That is not the best of timing in the world as 2 T kills appear in the kill feed out of nowhere. They had the FAMAS, they had the util, they had the flashes, and still NomadS find a way into the bomb site, and with 2 CTs rotating through from B main, that spells retake to me off the cards. It's not going to be possible. You haven't got time. You don't really have the money to go for this 3v5 pot shot. Great answer back from NomadS.
Definitely great answer back. It's just a bit of timing there in particular. They were throwing the flash to peek into A main just as NomadS went for the execute. So the flash was behind them and they looked away, dodging the flash, and they were the ones on the flat feet. No trades are possible in that scenario. And NomadS just back 10 and Tech 9 their way in. And that's what you need to have happen after you lose a pistol round on Anubis. You can't let Kaleido get away with it in particular. And I don't think, did Kaleido force up on their follow-up round? I think they did, but just NomadS just ran at them. And I can say overall for Kaleido at this stage, I do back a force up in this sort of round because, like, CT rounds are very difficult to get. Suki always giving himself away. They should be looking towards middle shortly, right? He's got 1, 2. Should be a trade up. Is a free for 2. 2x has gone out a bit further. They know where the bomb is. It's going to be a bit more careful for it. 2x has just gone back to site. Randy's heard this. So he's going to be like, guys, player's gone back to site here. 2x has gone back to site. jeez, this is a bit of a clown show here, and Randy really should have taken out 2X there. Oh, Paranormal, that's unforgivable.
Wow.
2X is going to die to
Oh,
it, though,
no.
and drop nade. He can't get away from it.
The martyrdom.
Can't believe Paranormal, had a nade out after his teammate went down in that sort of circumstance.
This is very winnable all of a sudden. Rage would love to improve his weapon. And he's going to get the bad news when this bomb does go down on a site. But, I mean, what have you got to lose at this stage? You're going to be on an eco next round regardless, so you've got to go for this. I'm not sure if Kaleido had purchased a kit anywhere. That will be commed over, but look at the deaths are in like the worst positions ever, aren't they? Pushed up mid and on B side, so he's going to have to go without a kit here. He's going to have to raw dog the defuse, and well, I suppose, isn't it? But I don't think he's going to get away with it. Time's ticking. He needs to go for it. Yeah, not going to happen. Odds were always looking against him at that stage. A good effort by Kaleido, but NomadS back to winning ways now, and this is dangerous waters for the CT side.
Yeah, Rage probably not be too happy about that. I reckon he had that slightly higher HP, but sometimes time's always against you. And also not to mention as well, a 10-second defuse as well, and you mentioned as well, everyone died in mid, so it's like you can't recover a kit.
Yeah, no time, yeah, exactly. Even if they did have a kit, I'm not even saying that they even did. So I'm just saying, like, everything was going against him there.
Oh, gee, what Suki! Massive! But I think, will they still go B anyway? Now, push down as well. Oh, he's caught a timing here, Rage, as well, but I think they might recover a weapon. Suki does recover Mac 10, but he's going to be trained down. These Deagles need to do a lot of damage. Miami missing a lot of shots. Oh, no, Miami, you just have to hit connect one. Now 2X activates as well. He takes out Hooligan of a 1D. That's actually a huge takeout in the end. Henix is really saving this round. He might get an ace here. Oh no, he's missed a lot of... No, he's not ace yet. Misses a lot of shots at Henix. Saves that round by himself. But Miami, he had it in his hands. He had it in his hands. All we had to do is collect one Deagle shot. He takes out Hooligan. And that B hit goes to pieces. And I thought Henix had got all those kills, but no, he had assisted all those kills. He only had 2 kills at the end of the round, but jeez. Henix saved that round there, and Miami dropped it.
Yeah, I was actually quite concerned that they just were going to go and send it through the smoke. They had 1 minute 30 left, and yeah, there was no real need to go for it, to be honest. It was more like, let's just go out of frustration and panic. That being said, Rage, if he's not raging at this stage, well, he's not living up to his name. I can tell you that for free. Spray through the smoke, find the first one. Once again, from the T side, as 2x2 comes through. And, well, Miami here on the rotation. Bomb is being committed, and, well, they're going to have to try and do something here to stop this bomb going down. And Miami, there it is, Josh. 2-piece.
Yep, we can say he makes up for lost time. Ooh, Henix has got himself a good position as well. They're not going to realise that he's right here in middle. Gonna give one, might get the second, does get the second. They're going to rotate this back to B. Because Miami's on very little HP. Now Miami has the rest of his teammates dropping around for him. Doable, actually. Quick fire rate. Both players are 1 bullet away from the M4. Everyone's just 1 hit. 1 hit kill.
It's can you clear con and main without even being traded? It's on pretty much a 1 shot, and well, couldn't even get past the first this time, unfortunately. NomadS finds success again. They are not winning clean, Josh. It is not pretty Counter-Strike, but it's working.
It's very ugly Counter-Strike, I'm going to say. NomadS, like, they're somehow sticking the landing, despite, just skating all over the place, doing all the reckless and bad things and still landing it. And, yeah, for that round 1 there, Miami have a quick 2k, but Henix, he's saving rounds. Like, Henix is literally saving this game for NomadS. Suki gets a 1D. Can Miami get another 1D? Can't recover the weapon either. Rage is probably tilted off the face of the earth. I mean, that clown in one tap last round. His first bullet as well, just an FYI. Would have sent him to the ceiling. Oh, good trade by Spine. I thought they lined up there and he got both Clouded, but Clouded a 1-for-1 trade. Hooligan starting to favour that Deagle as well. You saw him pull it out for half a second. They might engage on him. They do. Miss the shots. Oh, jeez. He gets a wall bang on Suki. Out of all things that happen, it's a wall bang.
What is going on?
I do not know.
Like, how is the worst buy just consistently going close in these rounds? I mean, it's fantastic to watch. I'm just trying to work out how we got here. Because right now, in terms of coaches or analysts, this is a fever dream. How these sites are being taken and given back. But here we are, NomadS trying to get up to 11. Hank spraying down with the M4. Wasn't clean, but did its job. And Paranormal and Hanks look like they'll be holding on to this here. Suki looks like he'll be happy to just hold on to the AWP, keep this AWP alive. Because again, Kaleido haven't really been able to build any sort of bankroll for these full buy rounds that unfortunately they can't afford to keep going one for one. One buy for one buy now. They can't keep trading rounds back and forth. They just the gap's too big.
Hanks needs a massage. Like, seriously, he needs to get a masseuse on his shoulders already. Because that's like the third or fourth round that Hanks has saved. Like, you know, has really put the stamp on it, killed the retake, you know, stopped the push, stopped the potential round spiraling out of control. I mean, that is the fourth round that Hanks has stopped the round that they shouldn't be losing spiraling out of control. And like I say for Kaleido must be sitting there going like, when will we win a round? Because everything just somehow falls their way and Rage takes down Cloud and that's a big threat taken out. And Rage still alive within the first 20 seconds of rounds. That's looking a lot better. Randy, he's dead by his own Molotov. He got 1G. That is not a good start. Didn't know Summit was playing this game, but here we are.
Well, at least he doesn't need to go and defuse the bomb. I'd much prefer he 1G'd that way than in a 1v0 to defuse. 2x2 here.
And he's just going to save this round? No, Rage prevents it. They line up. Surely Nomad win this round, they do.
That's just a big, really statement round. Like, Kaleido, we knew they were struggling for money. And they were really creeping close to being completely broke again. And the fact that they keep so many players alive, you even get a couple AKs in the hands of your big fraggers now. This is where Kaleido would love to be in an 11-8 situation. So, NomadS here, gonna go for the half by the MAC-10s, expect something quick. It looks like it's gonna be an insta-B here. Flashes out, Hexo receives a team flash. That is not ideal. 5 with 2. Hanks trying to answer back, but that's 3 for Spine now from one corner of the site. And well, Hooligan got to try and find an opening. It's not clean. Spine makes it 4. Let's not be. This is Spine, who dropped, was it 3 frags in that one? And now quadrupled that in 20 rounds on map 2. The sad thing is, it's losing.
That was a pretty crazy round. But then again, this is NomadS in a nutshell. They will do the MAC-10 and try to run it into your face. It's worked. It's a 50% work chance, you know, chance of working or success. I mean, it worked the other time. They're doing it again. But this time with bigger weapons and better. And the problem is they're double dark. A bit of damage, and the double dark players are definitely going to be run upon here. But fortunately, Miami coming through, rotates it just in time. Bomb's going to be planted by Hooligan, put immediate pressure on. Oh, geez, that was a very weak post line. Now, Pattern and Connector, they know he's here, and that should be a quick defuse. I'm just not sure what NomadS are thinking. They didn't have Dark, and they try to cross out to B main when they don't have Dark, like without a smoke or a flash. They just gave away 2 kills.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kaleido aren't complaining. Let's get that straight, first of all. They are feeling really good right now. And, well, I would love to see NomadS just kind of curb their enthusiasm a little bit. Like, yes, you were getting away with this. It is going to come a time where your opponent realizes what you're doing. And you're not going to get away with it anymore. And this brute force, I don't want to say desperate, because I think that's a bit, not derogatory, but I think it's kind of talking down on it a bit. And I don't want to do that. But yeah, I feel like they're kind of just forcing the issue a bit too much. And they're a good enough team to really come up with strong ideas rather than just this puggy, let's rush B, no stop kind of Counter-Strike.
Exactly, yeah. Like, they don't really have to rush B. It could be one of their strategies, but they've been trying to use it as a battering ram over and over again, and Kaleido have over-rotated here. I'm a bit surprised that they did, given the fact they have to smoke at A already, like at A main, so it's like, you don't need to over-rotate, you've got the utility there. And now Spine's going to have to reinvestigate to get back into the site.
Yeah,
and he could be utility off.
Because they've given up mid as well, they are not sure if someone's going to come and flank B from mid, right? So you've got number 2 on the radar, Suki, basically having to leave Spine on his own on B site here, just protect the flank, and they're just forced to play retake. NomadS, 20 seconds left on the clock. This is what I was asking for out of them, and they just need to make sure they get the bomb down the digit in. Bomb does go down, a couple HP points lost, but great success in terms of the long-term plan. Right now, though, trades coming through, 2 versus 2. AWP versus AK for both teams. Hooligans AWP is the one making all the noise and all the damage right now, as Suki has to try and deal with 2 1v1 duels. There's the first. Oh, the peek comes through. The risky peek comes through from Hooligan. All he needed to do was wait for that bomb tap, Josh, but took the risk. And again, we continue to see pug plays made. This time, though, it works out. But my, oh my, I would have been ripping my hair out if Hooligan loses that round because he wants to peek.
Yeah, I gotta say that in particular, I don't think Kaleido believed that he was peeking. He saw the side profile, and it's just, I can't. And when he went for the full peek, he's like, what? Couldn't believe it. Kaleido got to fend off 2 serious points.
Over the left eye peak, that's all that was.
Yep. Randy just making sure they can't pop out canals. Paranormal's waiting for Rage to pop out. Flashbang comes out, but it's over Paranormal's head, and Paranormal will get a freebie there. Didn't expect Paranormal to be that close. Generally, the lurk plays a bit behind. Molotov been thrown in, and they're going to be exchanging. Paranormal with the AWP, and he just swipes 2x aside. And Suki cuts Randy. Good old canal tap. And Paranormal going for a pot shot. Cloud and sneaking. Cloud has made noise, though, but I don't think they've heard him.
Oh, the timing's insane.
Yeah. It's got one gut so beautiful by Miami. That's all we needed to do. Now Paranormal sneaking to the side. He's got the AWP out as well. Paranormal's 2 for 2 on the AWP this round so far. Could it be a free? Make it free. Can it be 4? Probably will make it 4-2. Yep, no problem. Now make it 5. He's going for the ace. Spine. Last man alive, the IGL. Struggled on Inferno. Doing a lot better on Anubis. Can he keep Kaleido in the tournament? Or is he just going to be Paranormal's ace target? What do you think?
Well, I think this could be the last 30 seconds or so of this series because Spine has one hell of a task. Has to deal with Hanks and then the AWP with the bomb against him as well, take it away. And that is your lot, folks. NomadS once again in another HLTV official